people from Twitter as well. Before we get started, we're live today, guys. What's up? What's up? My name is Gray BTC, and you're watching Crypto Hustle. And there's a lot of activity going on at the moment with Luna, with Ethereum, with Bitcoin itself. Markets moving in a way that we didn't expect at all. And I can tell you there's something going on here, and nobody should get fooled. These markets will crash, and especially Luna. But it's more important for me to talk about what exactly should do. There are a few things you can do on this Luna trade, and I'll prove to you guys how the cycle is gonna go. But also, we talk about the Ethereum merge and misconceptions that a lot of people are getting wrong. And we're also going to talk about Bitcoin accumulation and the current psychology of the market and the Fed's hike that's upcoming as well. So if you're watching here on Instagram, I recommend you go ahead and join in from YouTube. All right. Walt, I see you on Instagram. What's the problem? What's the problem? Let me just share this on Twitter. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good evening for some of you guys, depending on which time zone you're at. Okay, let's share this on Twitter. On Instagram. So if you took, I told you guys to try a strategy where you go long and short at the same time. And how is that going for you? You see, because we didn't know the direction in which Ethereum was going to go. And now we can definitely see that it works out. Either you ended up closing the position that was losing and you kept the winning one, or both are still open, so you pretty much break even. El Fuego says it's 1:50 a.m. in Texas. My man is still up. That's the crypto spirit that we need, guys. We always up. And of course, destroy the like button. You already know the deal. Destroy the like button. Let me tell the guys on Twitter that we're live on YouTube right now. Luna will crash. Don't be fooled. That's the title of today's video. Don't be fooled. Live on YouTube. YouTube technical analysis. Join. Okay, tell your friends and tell your family to join us here. So Justice Gate says it's 11:50 in LA. Brad G says it's 8:52 a.m. in South Africa. And I say that it's 11:51 in Dubai at the moment, which is incredible. Everybody on Instagram, come over to YouTube so that I can show you guys some incredible plays that I've been seeing and that we can use to make money, because Luna is going to crash. You need a profitable strategy that you're going to use, all right? So let's get to it. First thing we're going to look at, first we need to look at the news, right? There's a lot of things going on with Ethereum. All the crypto news now, it's all about Ethereum. And shout out to Ethereum, because this is a big moment for this cryptocurrency. We had never thought this would happen eventually. And now we are seeing that Ethereum is getting a lift off. I was at an investors meeting yesterday with some of the wealthiest families here in the UAE. Right? We had like an NFT meetup. I shared this on Twitter, on my Instagram, if you saw it. So these are the guys who own they own some of the largest real estate projects in the UAE, and they were telling me that, listen, there is $500 billion being passed over to our generation. What they meant was that the children now will take over the money, because these guys are now getting older. They're old guys. They have pretty much accumulated a lot of wealth in the UAE or in the MENA region. They're like, we're getting old, and our children are all talking about this crypto stuff, and we want to understand it first. So they're like, all this money will come to you guys, but then you have to make sure that it's being allocated properly, right? So you can tell that the bullishness of the market has not even started at all, right? So Musa says, what are we supposed to do then? So, it just shows that you're in the right market. You're in the right market where everybody is looking into and they want to buy. And guess what? I learned this yesterday. A lot of wealthy people, the rich guys who matters in markets, are actually worried about the environmental concerns of cryptocurrency. They hate Bitcoin. They say, Bitcoin is not good for the environment and all this stuff. But Ethereum, we saw that Ethereum is now upgrading. So we like Ethereum a little bit more. And they think that it's going to flip Bitcoin and it will become an Ethereum standard. You want to go? Okay, cool. All right. You can speak properly. Okay, take care. Oh, yeah. There you go. Sorry, guys. There you go. Cool. So, this is what I was saying. It's like, Ethereum might actually flip Bitcoin because this whole merge from proof of work to proof of stake is actually a big move than a lot of us actually realize. All right. So now let's just go back to some of the misconceptions that people may have about Ethereum that are not true because there's all sorts of thoughts over there, right? And there are a lot of misconception. Even though yesterday we saw the transition in mainnet Shadow Fork 13 was successfully deployed and it worked effectively. And now there is the merge and these misconceptions. So I'm just going to look at this quickly. Number one is that Ethereum gas fees will reduce after the merge. That is absolutely, absolutely not true. And number two misconception is that Ethereum transactions will now be faster, right? That is also not true. I mean, if you look at the fee model for Ethereum, it's not really changing as much. It's just that we're changing the consensus, not really the pricing model of how gas works. So you still have EVM in charge, and as long as EVM is in charge, EMV is in charge, it still means that the same gas fees will pretty much apply. The speed of Ethereum, however, a lot of people say, transactions will now be faster. There is an expected increase in transaction speed about 6%, but that's about it. It's insignificant to a lot of us. Okay, the merge will result in downtime of the Ethereum blockchain. No, there will not be any downtime. This is not Solana. This is Ethereum. And another misconception is investors will be able to withdraw staked ETH after the merge. So if you're like me, you staked your Ethereum, at the beginning of the proof of stake proposal, it means that you still cannot be able to withdraw your Ethereum unless you did it with Lido and other liquidity providers for Ethereum staking. So that is very important to know because it's not it's not really going to change anything when it comes to your staked Ethereum. Another thing is validators will not be able to withdraw ETH rewards till Shanghai upgrades. That's not true. So if you're staking Ethereum, you're a validator, you cannot withdraw the staked Ethereum, but your rewards will be able to be withdrawn at any time as usual. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys to see that it's not really going to change a lot of things in the front end of things, but then uh, okay, but then at the same time there is a big future for Ethereum that we're looking at. Okay, so now let's move on to the actual numbers. Let's talk about the money. The money. How do we make money on Luna? Luna is a coin that is crashing. And I will talk about Luna first, and then we're going to talk about Bitcoin technical analysis and so on and so forth. All right. So number one thing to know here is that Luna is going through the same cycle that other coins like Dogecoin go through. Luna at the moment is a dead coin, period. It's not going to recover and become one of the best coins, and you cannot really speculate on making a lot of money with it. However, let me make this clear. I need to show my face for this one. In case you're wondering why at all, this coin called Luna is pumping again. Here's the deal, guys. You have a lot of people who are the whales, they move the markets, they have lots of money. And these guys, oh yeah, guys, Capdiem, you're right about that. I mean, guys, it's not acceptable that we have more than 100 people on the live stream and we have only 10 likes. That is not acceptable. So destroy the subscribe button and the like button until they break, okay? Let's get the likes up to 100 and we continue the live stream. All right, so here's the deal, guys. You have a coin that was loved by so many people and then it crashed to zero and then they did the airdrop. You know what? Luna still has one of the largest communities in crypto because, if you were holding Luna, you still have some Luna remaining, but you can't not sell it. It's useless. So a lot of people are holding this Luna coin and the whales really know that. They understand it. If you're going to play a pump and dump, you want to play it with a coin that has really, really a good community and liquidity. And Luna has both of those. All right. Now, what does this mean to an average person? Well, they look at Luna price go up, and they look at the Luna price go down, and then they will start telling their friends about it. Oh, Luna went up 100%. Let's buy more. They tell their friends, and everybody buys. At the end, they get dumped on. Luna is a popular coin right now. That's the only reason that it trades up and down, but otherwise it's useless. So from an investment point of view, forget about it. Now, from a trading point of view, I'll show you guys a comparison of what something like this looks like. If you're watching on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. I'm sharing my screen showing you guys the biggest move of the week. Luna is going to crash. 206% up already in the last week. And we can make a lot of money on the shorts. So come over to YouTube and I'll show you what the play is. My audio is muted. What do you mean? I think it's yours is muted. My audio seems fine. Everybody can hear me, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I will go over to my charts here. Okay, I will go over to my chart and literally show you guys what the play of that kind literally looks like. Okay, so you're looking at where's that Luna situation? Okay, yeah. So this is what Dogecoin is looking like, right? And why am I comparing this to Luna to Dogecoin? 1 second. Open another chart here. And after this, we're going to go into the Bitcoin technical analysis because I have some juicy stuff on the BTC analysis for you guys, which you're going to love so much. Okay, so here I'll bring in some Luna USD or Luna 2. Okay, this is Luna 2, not Luna Classic. And this is what it looks like. So out of the blue, we just saw an increase in the volumes and the coin has gone from $2 all the way to about $6 in literally 2 days. Okay, insane, right? And it's creating this U shape. It even tested the last top of of like $7.38, but it didn't sustain itself. I think this pump is aiming for a $10 range, which is still at play right now. It could go there, it might not, but the real guaranteed money on this one, you're better off shorting Luna than playing on a long off it because it's not really going to be sustaining itself. So here is Dogecoin. All right, here's Doge. Doge is one of those coins that have seen this impulse pumps and dumps, and this is the first one. And what I'm trying to show you here is that at the end, all these pumps ends up in one direction. They end up like this. One. They end up in the downward parallel channel like this. It's never up and maintained. So you can see Dogecoin would see a major pump for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And then a decline, and then maybe another pump, and then a decline again, and it will do it again and again. This, when you start seeing these patterns, right? Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. That's when you know that this coin has now officially become a pump and dump coin. And there's no difference with Luna either. It's definitely going to play with the same sentiments until it flattens out and go back to its support and resistance. So this is Dogecoin. You can see after all the highs and lows, you can still see that the overall trend is downwards. It still revisits its support level. In fact, if you're a Dogecoin trader, someone who want to make money off Dogecoin, this is a good time to buy it because there is potential that it might go up as well, just like Luna has been doing. So you have to be extremely careful. You have to understand how these plays happen. So the question is, for how many days? No sound. Daniel says no sound, guys. Are you sure you cannot hear me? Okay. So yeah, continuing on this situation, the next phase of Luna, I mean, let me just count the days first. How many days does a pump and dump really takes if it's too extreme, right? You can see most of them take 1 day, and sometimes they can go on and on. And the longest for Dogecoin of recent was about that range. So you can see for Dogecoin, it went up for about 8 days in August 2021. But it's different because this was during a bull market. What's happening with Luna, it's happening in a very, very difficult times in the market. So it's very likely to start going down. However, you can short it and you can also be faced with a situation like this. By the way, when I say short, I mean that you make money when the coin starts going down, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Or I'm already doing it, and I'll show you guys what the play is. So you can also be faced by a situation like this, where it goes extremely bullish for 9 days, maybe 8.5 days, because we had one red day here. And it means that if you went short on this, you probably got stopped or got liquidated because the market kept on going and going. That's how manipulated coins work. I'll now go back to Luna. Okay, this is Luna right here. Now, on the first day, of Luna, you can definitely see that we had a massive push in the volumes over here and a massive push in price as well. A lot of people shorted. They were like, oh, it's a good opportunity to short. And then the next day it pumped again. This is what they do when they're manipulating coins. It's exactly the same trade we saw when we tried to short what is the Celsius token, right? It's manipulated now. Now they pumped it again. And remember, pumping a coin requires a lot of money. These guys had to throw in a lot of liquidity to support this pump the way they have done now. So how long are they going to make, for how long can they maintain this pump the way it's going right now to keep more money? It's very unlikely, right? And you can see there is weakness now registering in on this coin. If I switch into the 4-hour, the 1 hour, you can see that we're starting to see some weakness in the volumes, right? Check this out. We're now starting to see some weakness in the volume and things are starting to look downwards. So there is a channel. There is a channel here of support on the 1 hour. And when this breaks again, and we have already seen multiple retests here at the bottom, if we see a crash down, we can now see this coin going down on the rally. So I think it's a good time to short it right now. There is still potential that it could keep pumping, especially if Bitcoin keeps on going. But we're also going to analyze Bitcoin to see where it might end up stopping itself. Now, if you're not comfortable shorting here, I would then wait for you. I would recommend you wait until below $5 here. That level, right? From 4.74, you can short it down, and this is not going to sustain itself. It will definitely crash all the way down, going to the other way side. Okay, so what you can do, you can put a short already, an order. You can put an order already. You don't have to wait for the coin to get there. What you can do, you can put an alert here. All right, an alert at the price that you want to enter the short. All right, and then you can also put you can also then take the position, put the order already. I use Bybit for trading, so you can also use Bybit. Link to Bybit is down in the description. You can short it like this. This I can see it literally shorting down to $3 is perfectly realistic. If you're conservative, if you want to go all the way, you can literally short it all the way down to 2, or you can put multiple sell levels. Starting through, you can actually do from 5. You can short until TP1 can be at $4 for you, right? So $4, $3, and all the way to 2 and low as you want to play. However, you still have to keep in mind that we could see another pump of Luna so that they can liquidate people who are short like me and you. All right. So if you cannot see my screen, it's because I am on YouTube. So you have to come to YouTube Crypto Hustle to watch everything. All right. So here you can see that the blow of taps, they're getting weaker and weaker. So you can see here the extreme high was about $8. The second one here we have seen in the last few hours was $6.08, and the last retest was $6. This was what? This was $7. This was then $6.08. So you can see that we know it's now getting weaker and weaker. We can see the strength is falling off a little bit. Another thing you can do here is to use the nitrous bull indicator to wait for the cues before you make any moves, right? So here you go. I just activated it. And you can then, if you're trading with a daily or 1 hour, especially on the 4 hour, you can then wait, relax, and wait for an actual indicator to pull through and tell you that, hey, it's time to go bearish. Okay, that's how I'm going to trade Luna. This guide is going to come down. However, it's very volatile, so you have to be careful. Do not enter a short. Do not enter a short position when your liquidation price is like $7 or $8, right? If I were you, I would really make sure that my liquidation is somewhere around 10 or 11, right? 10 or 11 is better. However, you can still take a risk and say $9, that's your liquidation point. But if you can, push it from 10 and above. Even 10 is not safe because they could try to pump it to 10 and then crash it down just so that they can liquidate you. So you have to be extremely, extremely, extremely careful. Destroy the like button if you're enjoying the live stream, guys. I will now move over to Bitcoin, the Bitcoin standard, and then we're also going to analyze a little bit of Ethereum. So recently I've been telling you guys about the US dollar index and why it matters. I told you when the US dollar index is going up, Bitcoin tend to crash. When the US dollar index is going down, Bitcoin pumps. Now, look at this. We have been analyzing this together on the last few live streams, and you can now see it again, right? These both are on a daily chart, and you can see from the last 1, 2, 3 days that the US dollar index has been falling. Bitcoin price have been increasing 1, 2, 3, right? Bitcoin price have been increasing. So the nitrous bull went with a bullish candle already on the daily on this day, right? And then here the index is also falling at the same time. So sometimes you don't really need complicated indicators. When I saw the red day here when I saw a red close on the dollar index, I ended up going long on Bitcoin. It can be as easy as that. Technical analysis does not have to be a complicated cube all the time, right? It doesn't have to be this. It can be as simple as this, if you know exactly what to look. So this is a good indicator that, the US dollar index, but you have to observe it because as the Feds are coming in to increase the rates again, we're more likely to see the US dollar gaining its strength again. And even the Bitcoin, where is that? Okay, so BTCD, the Bitcoin dominance has also been increasing. It's pretty much in a bullish form at the moment. But however, the movement currently is not as solid as it should be. So I am a little concerned on how we can make money on that one. I still believe that with the Fed rates high coming on and all the other negative news in the markets that are being have been accumulating for this month, we will see a massive dump in the market. This feels like a dead cat bounce, all in all, because look, we have seen a really gradual decrease in the Bitcoin's dominance in the last few weeks, multiple weeks. You can see here, um, it's pretty much standard, guys, all the way down. Every day was red. And then suddenly, boom, one huge candlestick in the Bitcoin's dominance going up. Not something that I would literally trust because the volume is not equally distributed. I will also show you another important metric on Bitcoin that we can look at. Okay, so this is on Glassnode. I'm looking at accumulation trend score for Bitcoin. So in the areas where it's too dark, it's a little bit darker. What that means, guys, it means that there were a lot of strength in accumulation for Bitcoin around those prices, right? So this is days. Okay, I'll try to push into the last few, let's say just 2021 to 2022. Let's zoom in on it. You can see. So if you try to balance price with the accumulation trend score of Bitcoin, you will see this pretty much clearly. So here, it was when Bitcoin was at $64,000, right? And the dots are dark, and you might ask yourself, why is it so dark? Why were people buying heavily Bitcoin when it was at all-time high? Guess what? It was the narrative of $100,000 for Bitcoin. That was the narrative people were buying in. And whenever it tripled down a little bit, it fell down to price 58,000. People felt like, yay. There's like 57,000, and then people are like, oh, you know what? The problem is, this is a retest. We are going to bounce back to 60,000 and go to 100,000. It went down all the way to 50,000, and people accumulated more. And guess what? When now it went below 50,000, and now we saw 42,000, you can now see that we have a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that a lot of people are now losing faith in Bitcoin. They're like, 100,000 was a lie. This thing is going down. And now the accumulation trend started weakening. And then we had another decline to 28,000. You remember, at 28,000 to 30,000, there was a lot more people buying orders. This is the bottom. Let's buy, and it'll go back to 50,000. It went down again to the 20,000 levels, and we're now in the dark range again. So it means that more whales are still buying Bitcoin massively. That is what's supporting the price. Whenever we see a decline, we can see that there are buying orders at these levels, picking it up heavily. We're here right now, right? 19,000 you see immediately has been taken up, and the price is now getting constant. Now, this might mark the bottom of Bitcoin, possibly at these levels, obviously with some volatility. But if we break here, it might not just be another price adjustment of levels that we have to psychologically accept that maybe Bitcoin might trade between 13 to 15,000. Right now, this is the range that we're in, and we'll see for how long that's going to take. So Delaco says there are no people here. It's because people are watching on YouTube to see my screen. They're looking at my screen I'm sharing. They want to see what I'm talking about. So you're missing out if you're not there. The channel is Crypto Hustle on YouTube. Go check it out. All right. So, those are some of the important elements that I've been looking at. However, I still do not think that the accumulation here is done. You can see this hasn't gotten dark yet. These dots here, it means that there is still some gaps there that needs to be filled when volume is dumped down to that level. However, right now, I'm just excited for the shorts. I think if you short correctly, the right coins, and you relax, you have the patience for a week or two, you will be in the profit-making ranges. However, this is not financial advice. It's not gospel as well. So you still have to be careful, put your risk management and your emotions in check to make sure that everything is working accordingly. So this is the Ethereum USD situation. Okay, let's go to Ethereum, ETH USDT. So Ethereum is that tricky coin that's going on right now, guys. All right, because Ethereum can go one or two ways at the moment. With a merge, It could just really supersede above 2000 and go to 2500, or this rally that we have been seeing is simply because of the speculation of Ethereum. So there's really nothing technical about Ethereum so much other than how the market is going to react to the merge and the success of the merge, because everybody say, they have tested this many times, it's all going to work. If something goes wrong, you also have to prepare for an extreme crash of Ethereum. Imagine if the mainnet launches, and then it merges, and then we see a technical problem and they have to reverse the chain back to proof of work. How ugly would that look? A lot of people would sell. We can see Ethereum down to 700. So there are two trades to be made. If the merge is successful, I think we might still see a decline because the news is gone now, but it's not going to be severe. But in the long run, Ethereum is massively bullish. If there is a failure in the merge, we could see a crash. So be prepared for both. Have your output two orders on my trading in my Bybit, one for long, one for short at a high, let's say at 2000, 2050, and one just a little bit below. Because if Ethereum goes back to, okay, this is the daily. Let's just do this quick. I want to measure for these two mountains over here. All right. And then there is another situation. So you're saying that, you're looking at more likely if Ethereum breaks this leg, maybe it's not so bad. But if it goes completely below 1,400, then you might see a potential retest, or completely further down to the $1,000 range as well after this whole celebration of the bull is over. So be extremely cautious, guys. There's a lot of money to be made in both directions. The volatility is there for you to make money as long as you know how to use it. All right. What's going on here? Here we go. So how to make money in Bybit? How to make money in Bybit? You just have to trade, man. It's really simple. If you sign up on Bybit with my link, there is free $100 position. You sign up with my link in the description and make a deposit of $10 minimum. They'll give you a free opportunity to long or short whatever coin that you want, which you can use it to short Luna if you want to. Easy money. Okay. And what's your take on ApeCoin? Good long-term hodl. At the moment, not so much. Okay. What's your take on Luna Classic? Dead coin, but obviously it's a pump and dump. So it doesn't hurt to buy it whenever it dumps and then you sell it whenever it pumps. Just like people who were accumulating Luna are now selling. All right. I'm now new to the platform. I'm installing Bybit and Luno app. What does this mean? It means that with Luno, you can now convert your fiat into Bitcoin. You can convert your cash into Bitcoin, and then you transfer the Bitcoin to Bybit so that you can diversify and buy other coins that you want to, like Ethereum, like ApeCoin, like other people are talking about here, many other different cryptocurrencies. All right. Amplify is moaning. I can't withdraw from Bybit after claiming the $1,000 airdrop. Oh, okay. So look, you can use the airdrop they're giving you, but you cannot withdraw it. You can withdraw the profits. So let's say they give you $1,000. You can trade with that $1,000 bonus, but you can only withdraw the profit. I think I've said this before in the previous live streams as well. Is it Luna or Luna 2? I mean, this goes for both. They both will crash, basically. The thing with Luna is that you can only trade it on a few cryptocurrency exchanges. Mostly right now, it's Luna 2, which I've been analyzing here. So we hear you clearly. Thank you so much. So, that's all I had for you guys. I just wanted to... A piece of that down sloping trend line is 1760. Resistance zone would be a good long, but be careful with the fake out. That is absolutely true. Your takes on optimism. So yeah, that's a very good question. I'm personally buying optimism. Like I'm just buying. I want to have hundreds of thousands of optimism. I think it will be one of the most successful layer twos out there, but time will tell. But it's so cheap. It's $1.60 maybe at the moment. If it has to go wrong, I won't really lose my life savings on it, but it has potential. So if you're gonna invest into something right now, you're better off investing in like optimism, not Luna, right? Because now you're investing based on fundamentals. Right now, Luna, guys, it's only a tradable asset. That's it. There is no fundamentals to it. So is it advisable to hold Luna Classic before it crashes or accumulate more? Look, if you were holding it, that you had Luna Classic before, well, then it's not really that you can sell right now because you have made some profit. It has doubled, I mean, more than double. And you can buy it back again if you want to buy it. Or if you don't have any Luna, you can make money on it. Or even if you have some Luna, you can sell the Luna for USDT and then you can short it to make money when it starts crashing down because it will crash down. We just don't know when. Will it crash at $10? Or was this the top and now it's going to start crashing down? Nobody knows. But I am pretty sure that this is not going to sustain itself. I've been trading for a long time. At the beginning of the live stream, I've shown you guys the comparison to the Dogecoin charts, that these are tradable assets without any fundamentals really. So they're pumps and dumps. The pumps becomes really heavy because they're trying to liquidate people who are short. But when you catch it at the right time, you make all the money in the world. So, play with it how you see, but I showed you guys all the sentiments that I had regarding this. We have a lot more people in the chat, but we don't see the likes, guys. So destroy the like button right now if you're watching. Subscribe if you haven't, because right now I'm in Dubai. I'm done with traveling for a little bit, so I will be going live every day, focusing on purely making money. Lastly, if you want to grab my course, go to cryptouniversity.network and you will learn how to read charts, how to invest in the cryptocurrency like a pro, how to trade NFTs, how to be a smart contract developer in Solidity. There's so many different courses you can learn. And you can also buy the indicators that I use, right? If you want to buy the Natros Bull, you just go to indicators. You can find all the indicators that I use here at Crypto University. It will save you a ton of time. If you want to short, the Natros Bull will give you an indicator that, hey, this is time to short, because it just gives you a signal, right? Right now it's active here. So if I switch to 1 hour or 4 hours here, I'm just waiting for a call for Luna to go short, to see a Luna signal for short. Then I will now go extremely short on it. All right. That's how we roll, guys. So thank you for watching. Are the ETH miners likely to dump their ETH bags and also try to sabotage the merge? Well, sabotage is hard because if you're sabotaging yourself, they own a lot of Ethereum already. I don't think it's going to be a smart move for them to do that. However, they have already made money actually more on Ethereum Classic because they created a narrative saying that, oh, the money is going to be made on Ethereum Classic. Let's go over there. They pumped it, and they'll dump it. They're dumping it slowly. Mr. CabDM Crypto says Crypto University is the best. I recommend it. Thank you, sir. Are there any projects you're currently watching? This is Mr. Ali. What's up, Ali? Long time, buddy. Any other projects other than Optimism? Right now, I'm just buying things that are already valuable, and I'm just looking for low prices. I don't know if you guys saw what A16Z have done. I can explain it to you. So I'm following pretty much the same strategy. NFT wave is over. Not really. So you see, whenever you feel like that, that's when you must know that it's time to buy some things. So if you feel like the NFTs are dead and they're over, that's when you should look into what NFTs to buy. Because when they return, that's how you make money. You dump on all the people who are going to be buying the hype. So let me explain to you lastly what A16Z is doing before I close off. before I finish here. So there is a war in crypto for venture capital. All right. There's a war for venture capital. Everybody trying to become the best venture capitalist in crypto. And currently, the biggest one that was successful in the last bull market was, you already know, Animoca Brands, because Animoca invested in a lot of games and the metaverse stuff early before most guys did. And the market accepted it, and then they made too much money, even though they were investing in the degenerate way possible they could. Now, you know, A16Z was raising money. A16Z was raising capital when the markets was in the bull market. All investors wanted to invest in crypto. So they raised a couple of $1 billion, right? And now they came back and say, okay, it's a bear market. Now we're coming to invest. Now they're just buying everything that has been proven to be valuable in the last bull market, but it was overpriced because of a bull market. Now it has crashed. They're just going in there coin by coin, buying in massively. So that's also what I'm doing. I'm investing in the infrastructure projects, protocol level stuff. And then a small percentage of my portfolio, I'm investing in private rounds, right? On like extremely new projects. I'll invest maybe in 100 purely new projects because the upside on those ones is crazy. And then, you know, time will take its toll. So if you invest correctly right now, let's say this year and next year, you focus on investing, not profit. You focus on investing on the right projects, bro. When the bull market returns, you're going to retire. Even if your capital is $10,000 to your name, even if you invest $10,000 in the bear market, in the newer projects, in the best projects that are possibly out there, if you take your time and find them and invest, you're going to retire off $10,000. I can tell you that. If you have only $100 to your name, or let's say all you have is $1,000 to your name, I can tell you, you're not going to retire out of that, but you're surely going to make life-changing money in the next bull market. So do not sleep on crypto just because, you know, things are a little bit bearish or whatever, right? Be open-minded to it. Kwame says, is SLP dead? Well, it's one of those coins that you should just be accumulating because Axie Infinity is not going anywhere. It's already established. It's still the best. And where if the bull market had to return tomorrow, Axie would be one of those coins that they'll have some news that will excite the market to start buying it again. So it's not over. It's just that it's a bear market and it's how it works. ETH miners, what's their fate? They have to take their equipment and start mining a new chain. They can mine on Ethereum Classic. They can also join other coins. It's not like all these miners are only can mine Ethereum. But also they have been given time, a warning. They have been told this years before that, hey, if Ethereum could have gone proof of work already, could have gone proof of stake already 2 years ago. But they delayed this so that they can give an opportunity to miners to make the investment back through the process of mining, right? So ETH is already partly proof of stake. Okay, if you remember in my interview with Vitalik, he said that okay, we're going to delay it simply because we want the miners to make their money back. All right. What about CRO? Too big to fail, so it might not be a bad idea to buy it, but I can mention 10 other coins that are better than it, so I'm not going to stress about it. All right. Please, Terra Classic, what is your fate? How much advice do you advise about buying? I have no interest in buying Terra. All I can do is short. Whenever I see it pump, I just take a short position, just like I do with Dogecoin and many other coins. That's how I make my money on coins that have no fundamentals. Emmanuel says, you are the one who was talking nonsense about XRP with research. Look, XRP is shit. You don't have to be a genius to understand that. Okay? But I will make a live stream about XRP, of course. I'll make another live stream that is purely XRP. It's going to be 2 hours long. Are you guys ready for that one? Because I will expose all the windows of XRP and all the garbage that's being spewed out by people out there who are promoting XRP on the everyday basis. Woo, you can see now Luna 2 is now failing off already. Though it's getting weaker. We're seeing the volumes here weakening. The current candle is more likely to close at a low. So it is what it is. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the moon. My name is Gray, to the B, to the T, to the C, and peace out. Okay. If you want to join OKX, link is down in the description. Want to join Bybit, link is in the description. If you want to join Crypto University and my Telegram group and the Discord group, I will also show you guys. I mean, you get bonus if you sign up with all my links. Mr. Quintessential says, do a live stream on how to invest $1,000. Perfect. I got you. This one I'm definitely going to do soon because I think I already have some notes on it. Can you mention some coins that are you are interested in? Okay, I will do it in the next live stream. The next live stream is more likely going to be live on how to invest $1,000 in cryptocurrency. How to turn $1,000 into $1 million. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the moon. Peace.